Assalamualaikum. So today we will present about the company background, Microsoft and Activision Blizzard. Microsoft was founded in 1975 by Bill Gates and Paul Allen. So this was based in Washington. Non-product like Windows Office, cloud platform, Microsoft has also expanded into gaming Xbox and Game Pass. Activision Blizzard in 2008 was formed, bringing together blockbuster franchises such as Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Diablo, and Candy Crush together. Microsoft and Activision Blizzard represent a powerful force in technology and digital entertainment, cloud service, software, professional networking, and game across console, PC, and also mobile platform. Next is industry and business nature. Microsoft operates in the broader technology industry with diversified revenue from software license, subscription, cloud computing, hardware, AI, and digital product. While Activision Blizzard is specialized in the game industry, focusing on the game development and publishing with the income from game sales, in-game purchases, subscription, advertising, and also license.
My name is Nur Aizatul bint Ameh. Next, I will present about the type of merger and acquisition and the company involved. This acquisition between Microsoft and Activision Blizzard is classified as an acquisition, where Microsoft took over Activision Blizzard in October 2023. It is also a horizontal acquisition because both companies operate in the same industry, which is gaming. Microsoft is a global technology company known for Xbox, Game Pass, and other software services, while Activision Blizzard is a major game developer known for popular games like Candy Crush, Call of Duty, Warcraft, and also Diablo. So the deal was valued at around 68.7 billion US dollars, and it was complete in 2023. So the main purpose of this acquisition is to strengthen Microsoft's position in the broader gaming industry and to expand its gaming business.
My name is Nur Anis Nazira binti Ahmad Syafuddin. Now, I will explain the reasons behind Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. The first reason was to strengthen Microsoft's position in the global gaming industry. Although Microsoft was already a major player through Xbox, it faced strong competition from Sony, Nintendo, and Tencent. By acquiring Activision Blizzard, Microsoft gained access to popular game franchises such as Call of Duty, Diablo, and Overwatch, helping the company attract more gamers and strengthen its brand. The second reason was to expand Xbox Game Pass. Activision Blizzard's large game library allows Microsoft to offer more content, attract new subscribers, and improve customer retention. Finally, the acquisition enabled Microsoft to enter the mobile gaming market through King, the developer of Candy Crush, where Microsoft previously had limited presence. Next, I will present the analysis of Microsoft and Activision Blizzard based on the capital ratio and net working capital ratio. Firstly, for the capital ratio, Microsoft showed a consistent increase from 31.95% in 2018 to 42.54% in 2021. During the same period, Activision Blizzard maintained a much higher capital ratio, increasing from 63 to 68% in 2018 to 70.24% in 2021, indicating a stronger reliance on equity financing and a stronger capital position. In 2022, Microsoft capital ratio increased further to 45.65%, while Activision Blizzard recorded 70.28%. After the acquisition, Microsoft capital ratio rose significantly to 52.42% in 2024 and 55.49% in 2025, showing an improvement in financial stability and a stronger equity base. Secondly, for the net working capital ratio, Microsoft recorded 190.8% in 2018, but the ratio gradually declined to 108.00% in 2021 and 78.46% in 2022. Following the acquisition, it decreased further to 27.50% in 2024 and 26.11% in 2025, indicating a reduction in excess short-term liquidity. In contrast, Activision Blizzard's ratio increased from 131.11% in 2018 to 420.78% in 2021, before declining to 307.0% in 2022. Despite the decline, the ratio remained high, suggesting a strong ability to cover short-term obligations.
Let's move on to profitable ratio. ROE, return on asset, rose from 6.40% in 2018 to 18.36% in 2021. So in 2022, it's 19.94. During the acquisition, there is from 2025, showing strong and resilient asset efficiency despite integration costs. For the Activision, ROE, however, near 10% before acquisition, dropped sharply to 5.52% in 2022. And afterward, there's no data for Microsoft and Activision because they were acquisition. Next is ROE, return on equity, grew from 9.72 in 2018 and 2021, 23.54, and spiked to 47.15% in 2022. During acquisition, driven by the leverage and strong equity return, then normalized to 16.64 in 2025, showing the resilient but stable shareholder profitability after integration. So ROE stayed flat between 6.6 to 8% before acquisition, reflecting the limited shareholder return, and ended in 2022 as Activision was absorbed into Microsoft equity structure.
Next, for the activity ratio, the first one, average collection period, or ACP. It shows how long it takes to collect payment from customer. So before the acquisition, Microsoft ACP was high and around 80 to 86 days, while Activision Blizzard was more efficient at 40 to 50 days. In 2022, Activision's ACP rose to 57 days, showing weaker efficiency. After acquisition, Microsoft ACP increased further to 83 to 89 days, meaning slower cash collection. So overall, Activision Blizzard was stronger before acquisition, but Microsoft efficiency declined afterward. Next is fixed asset turnover, or FATO. It measures how well fixed asset generates sales. Before acquisition, Activision Blizzard was very efficient, with turnover between 26 to 52 times. Microsoft was much lower, at around 2.5 to 3.5 times, and fell to in 2022. After the acquisition, Microsoft FATO dropped further in 2024 and 2025. This shows Activision Blizzard was highly efficient before acquisition, while the Microsoft struggled afterward. Finally, total asset turnover, or TATO. It shows how well a company uses all assets to generate sales. Before the acquisition, Microsoft improved from 2018 to 2022, while Activision Blizzard declined from 0.42 to 0.27, showing weaker efficiency. After acquisition, Microsoft TATO did in 2024, but then rose sharply into 2025. This indicates that integrating Activision Blizzard asset eventually boosts Microsoft overall efficiency.
Okay, next for the debt ratio. Based on the analysis, the debt ratio decreased from 47.58% in 2024 to 44.51% in 2025. This means the company rely less on debt to finance its asset, indicate better financial stability and lower financial risk. Next, for the debt to equity ratio, it's decreased from 90.77% in 2024 to 80.22% in 2035. This shows that the company reduced its dependence on debt financing and strengthened its equity position. Okay, so overall, a book ratio, debt equity ratio, and debt ratio show a positive trend after the acquisition. This suggests that the company has improved its financial position and become less risky financially. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I will explain EPS, which is EPS Microsoft increased significantly from 2.15 in 2018 to 13.70 in 2025. This indicates that the company generated more profit for each share held by shareholder over time. The increase was mainly driven by Microsoft's strong revenue growth, expansion in its technology businesses, and improved operational performance. In addition, the acquisition of Activision Blizzard helped strengthen Microsoft's earnings and market position. Compared with Activision Blizzard, EPS fluctuated between 1.93 and 3.47. Microsoft showed stronger profitability and create greater value for shareholders. For dividend payout ratio, Microsoft ratio decreased from 78.42% in 2018 to 24.23% in 2025, showing that the company is keeping more of its earnings to support growth. This reflects its focus on investing in business expansion, technology development, and strategic acquisitions such as Activision Blizzard. Even with the lower payout ratio, the trend has remained steady in recent years, suggesting Microsoft continues to balance shareholder returns with long-term investing in a sustainable way. Next, I will explain analysis of Microsoft financial performance following the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Overall, the acquisition had a positive impact on Microsoft financial performance. EPS increased from 9.7 in 2022 to 11.86 in 2024, indicating improved profitability. In addition, gross profit margin and operating profit margin increased, showing stronger earnings after the acquisition. However, ROE and ROA decreased due to the significant increase in Microsoft assets and equity. The net working capital ratio also declined, indicating some short-term liquidity pressure. Despite this, Microsoft remained financially stable, with an increase in the capital ratio and decrease in both the debt ratio and debt-to-equity ratio. Overall, the acquisition strengthened Microsoft's financial position and is expected to support its long-term growth in the gaming industries.
Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard has both positive and negative. On the positive side, it expanded the gaming portfolio with franchises like Call of Duty and World of Warcraft, opened new revenue streams, and strengthened competition against Sony and Nintendo. On the negative side, the 68.7 billion cost is a heavy burden. Integration may be difficult. Intangible asset pose risk and regulatory scrutiny adds uncertainty. So overall, the deal supports Microsoft's long-term growth despite these challenges.
In conclusion, Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion was a successful strategic move that strengthened its position in the global gaming industry. After the acquisition, Microsoft maintained strong financial stability, with its capital ratio increasing to 55.49% and its debt ratio decreasing to 44.51%. The integration of popular gaming franchises such as Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and Candy Crush also helped improve business performance, as shown by the increase in total asset turnover to 0.84 times and operating profit margin to 45.62%. However, the acquisition created some short-term challenges. The net working capital ratio fell to 26.11% and the average collection period increased to 89.33 days, indicating liquidity and cash collection pressures. Overall, Microsoft successfully traded short-term financial pressure for long-term growth opportunities and a stronger competitive advantage. Going forward, the company should focus on improving cash flow efficiency to maximize the benefits of this acquisition.